The painting I chose for this project is called The Kiss by Pablo Picasso. He made it in 1969. The reason why I believe that this is art is because of the emotions displayed in this painting. The emotions that stand out to me in this piece is love and intimacy, but not the kind that is filled with happiness. The colors in this piece bring out a sense of sadness that leaves the observers wondering if they're saying their goodbyes to each other or if something terrible had just happened in history. Their love is also displayed in a very unsettling manner, in that their eyes are wide open as if they're in shock. I think that Picasso did this deliberately, to make viewers uncomfortable or to give the sense that maybe these two are being forced into a romantic relationship they aren't comfortable with. The sense of not knowing what is going on behind this is what enticed me to this painting. It is very unusual to see two people kissing with their eyes wide open. I think maybe if they were looking at each other, it would make a little more sense, but the fact that they're looking in different directions leads me to believe that they are no longer connecting romantically. There's just a lot of uncertainty and unanswered questions in this piece that I really enjoy, and I also enjoy the fact that Pablo Picasso makes his people unproportionately and makes them very interesting looking. For example, the eyes of the woman are rotated differently. As you can see, the eyelids aren't going the same way. Another example would be how close together he places the eyes next to each other. It would be very abnormal to see a person with their eyes actually that close together. And the last thing that I want to point out about how he paints his people is their noses. Their noses are very large, placed on their face. The nose on the woman in this painting is very large. Only one side of it is showing, and it is almost in a 90-degree angle. Also notice that the nose is not in the middle of the woman's face, and both of her eyes are on the same side of her head, when most eyes are separated by the nose. The first time I saw this painting was actually when I was researching for this project. I wanted to find something new that I had never seen before, because I thought that if I had to interview someone about a piece they probably had never seen before, it would be fair to do the same to myself. I thought it would be hard at first, but the more I thought of questions to ask myself and the interviewee, the more insights I had about the piece, and the more I started to notice things about the painting. The things I associate with this painting is love, and maybe a sense of sadness as well, because of the color scheme going on, and also the fact that these people do not seem to have much of a connection anymore. I think that it is important to show how people sometimes fall apart and go separate ways, because that's never really represented much in today's society. Many of the things I see on social media or even when looking up pieces of artwork are about love or happiness or maybe something beautiful. But this piece is about something much more deeper than that. To me, this piece is about a love that wasn't strong enough to last. This artwork isn't so much relevant to me as I wish that someone had told me that not all relationships have to work out. And I think that many people need that advice, because a lot of people sometimes end up in toxic relationships and they always try to make it work when they would be much better as friends. The person that I chose to interview for this project is my roommate Carolyn. The reason I chose to interview Carolyn was because she has a very good insight and thinks about things in a way that I probably wouldn't. And I thought it would be good to find someone with a little bit of a different view on art. What is your initial impression on this piece of art?
I would say that there's a lot of passion in this painting, as well as eagerness to kiss one another or see one another.
What stands out to you about this piece of art?
I would probably say the eyes and the detail of the hair and the beard of the man. The eyes seem to be a lot bigger than the head and the proportions that you would normally see on a human being, so I feel like the eyes are the most prominent in this piece. The eyes are open, and the fact that they aren't making eye contact shows a kind of hidden mystery behind their romance. Normally, between two people, when they are kissing, eyes are closed, which shows that the painter wanted to describe a different feeling between these two people.
What emotions do you associate with this piece of artwork?
When looking at this artwork, I can mostly see love, passion, romance, definitely intimacy, and a little bit of mystery.
And why do you feel these things?
When looking at this, I can see that the mouths are a sort of intertwined in the painting, which shows that there's definitely a lot of passion. I can see mystery because the eyes, like I had just said, are open, which you normally don't see between two people who are kissing. And I can definitely see love because obviously the two people are deciding to choose each other to kiss.
Does this remind you of anything or anyone?
I can see through past relationships with boyfriends, through my parents, grandparents, and lots of through media and romantic movies.
And what is your personal history with art? This can be art classes that you've taken, paintings that have been influential in your life, music that you listen to, and films that you've watched throughout your life.
Throughout high school, I was able to take art classes. I was also able to go to museums to see sculptures and paintings and just other forms of art. Personally, Starry Night by Pablo Picasso is one of my favorites.
Why is Starry Night your favorite painting?
I really love the detail and the swirls of the night sky and the color choices that he used. The scale in which he chose to paint this painting has a town much smaller than the sky, showing the emphasis on the moon and the yellow stars.
What do you consider to be art?
Anything that shows meaning, expression, or any passion that a person exhibits. This could be a number of things, such as through painting, drawing, photography, poetry, music, dance, or even fashion.
Okay, well, thank you very much for letting me interview you. It was really good to hear your opinions and thoughts about this piece.
Well, thank you for choosing to interview me. I really enjoyed it.
All right.